Okay, we're going to talk about how to use a triple beam balance scale real quick in case you are not sure how to do that. So what you're looking at here, this is called a triple beam balance scale, even though this one has 4 beams. It's for measuring small things accurately. So the first thing we're going to look at are the numbers that I have on this triple beam balance scale. So I'm going to switch my camera, and you'll see that up here we've got a couple different rows. We've got on the top up here we've got 0, 100, 200. Here we've got tens by tens. Here we've got by ones. In this row we've got by tenths. These are all in grams. So when we measure with these scales, we are going to measure things in grams. All right, we're going to take another look at the whole scale here. And we're going to measure something. So first of all, when I start, this line should be lined up with this 0. All right, now I'm going to take whatever I want to measure. I'm going to measure this graduated cylinder. I'm going to set it on here, and you're going to notice that this line goes up above the 0. Okay, I'm going to start by adjusting each of these from the heaviest to the smallest. So I'm going to take my 100 and I'm going to move it over and make sure it goes to the first. There should be a click here. I'm going to drop it. And if this line goes to below, that means this is too heavy. So I'm going to move it back. Okay, now I'm going to go to my next biggest number. I'm going to go to tens. Okay, I'm going to go to 10. This line is not dropped. So I'm going to move to 20. I'm going to move to 30. I'm going to move to 40. I'm going to move to 50. Okay, this line still hasn't moved. So the reason I'm still moving this one is because I need this line to either line up here or drop below to tell me that I've gone over the weight. I'm going to go one more. I'm going to go to 60. If I drop that, you can see that this line goes below. Okay, so I'm going to go back one click. All right, now I'm going to start adjusting my next weight down. So here's my ones. I'm going to go 1. Each time I do this, it's really important that we let them settle into the little notch where they stop. I went to 3, to 4. Okay, and you can see when I go to 4, it goes below, so I'm going to go backwards to 3. And now I'm going to start making very small adjustments down here. These are by tenths. Okay, so I have 10 lines here, that goes to 1/10. So each one of these lines is 0.11. Okay, and I'm going to just slowly move this. I'm watching these lines to see when they line up. And this part's a little bit tedious because I always have to wait, and things are kind of, we're in such small increments of weight that when this thing swings, it moves my little line. Moving. Okay, and now I'm just kind of waiting for this line to stabilize, but it looks like I'm probably pretty close. So it looks like, all right, we're going to call that good. So now the way I read the weight of this is I look at my biggest number. It's a 0. So I have 0, we're not at the hundreds. Okay, my next number is at 50. My next number is at 3. This one is at 0.4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.46. So I read this from the top. I've got 53.4, and then I'm going to count these little lines. So that's 0.41, 0.42, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 51.46. 53.4, and then I counted all those little lines. I'm at 53.46. Okay, the important parts of using these scales are that you're patient. Okay, it takes a while for me to wait for this to equalize, especially when I'm moving this little tiny one. Okay, and that we're gentle. These are not super tough. They're a little bit fragile.